Welcome everybody. Tonight I have a dream I'm going to discuss with you, and let me just start by saying that this was definitely more of a psychic vision dream than a REM sleep deep dream. Three what looked like to me alien beings. A being in the middle, he had a crown. This crown had four upward protruding gold posts, each with jewels. Each post separated. It had a religion on the top. One had a crescent moon. Opposite that was a Jewish star. Across from that was a triangle, and across from that was a cross. To this being's right, an alien wearing Pope-style hat, the big hat. It had big eyes. It was carrying a box. This box seemed to have a top, outing kind of. It was like a box with the second part that came up, like a breathable vent. It came up to his chin, came down to his breast area, and then, it was like a shoebox underneath that. And I could be seen moving and looking, going back and forth, looking around. The being to his left seemed stronger, possibly even a general, holding a triangle with a crescent moon over his head. The triangle seemed to have worlds, maybe galaxies, civilizations. The triangle spinning like a swastika. But people wanted to touch these beings, these visitors. A couple did. Their skin became like sigils, and they were being burned from like inside outward. One person saw an eye. It was burned into his forehead. On both sides of the eye was like a moon. They were like the stages of the eclipse. 3 or 4 crescent moons getting bigger, full moon, the eye, boom. So this was crazy. I don't understand it myself, but I'm giving you what I saw. So a big hooded cobra rose up from the middle of the crown, the one in the middle. A black triangle over the snake's head was weird to me. The king's face began to kind of spin. Maybe they were all rulers, maybe he was changing into different rulers and he was all rulers at once. I don't really know what that meant, but they're like people from the old days, like pre-even Hitler, I'd say. I remember the people around started saying, "Amanos Dominos, Amanos Dominos, your kingdom, your creation. We ask whose rules this kingdom." There were like these 2 large triangles that these beings walked up to and stood in front of. Writing began to like pierce the air. Like the air was like skin, if you will. And you could see there was like piercing. It was the weirdest thing. It was like the air was skin and somebody was writing in the air. This triangle's lifted up and then it began spinning. The eye in the middle began to spin, and it kind of was seeing everything now. As these things were spinning, it was staying in the same place, but it made it look like it was seeing everything at once. It looked like a created universe was beginning to form. I saw like a baby crying, like hysterically crying. It was scared. It was freaking me out. I didn't want to be part of this. I wanted to get out of there. I was kind of freaking out. But I was trying to hold the dream as long as I could. The baby was getting, So at this point, like, I'm wanting to run. I'm wanting to get out of there. These little cuts or burns started going all over the baby as this being got close to it. It like put its finger down the baby's, throat, like tongue area with his like middle finger, and it like was bleeding in the throat or something. I didn't like it. It freaked me out. The next thing the being took his finger out of the throat, and the blood, went into this universe thing that was there. And the people started saying, "Oh, life begins," and everybody was celebrating. And they're saying, "What will we do with the king baby, the king child that will rule over everybody?" And I pretty much woke up after that. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. But I did write down the sigils. I did write down the language. I wanted to know that I was doing this correctly. So here is the lettering that I wrote down. And then I started thinking about it. My feet. We talked about my feet. Whatever language or whatever that is that they put on my feet, that is like what was happening in the dream. And I wanted you guys to see it. I wrote down what I could for you guys so you guys could know. But this is it. I did what I could. I love you all. You guys are the best.